All right, everybody, welcome to our new podcast. My name is Eddie Gonzalez. I'm here with my daughter.
Hi.
And her name is
Aaliyah.
And we are here to talk about our journey homeschooling, but especially with AI.
I think right now we're doing pretty good with the AI stuff because now I learned the normal tools and how to use it properly. But I feel like things that we want to plan out for the future, but school doesn't really teach that much stuff for us. I feel like some people, when they grow up, just like doing school 24 hours, they don't really do things that they want to do. And they just live like a life that was kind of laid out for their parents.
First, we want to say that we're not homeschool experts. We're not AI experts, but we're here to just share our journey. And I know that a lot of people right now are thinking, should my kids learn AI? Should I keep my kids away from AI? And so we wanted to put together a little podcast where we can kind of talk about it and share our experience.
I think if you let your kids learn AI more, then they could do awesome stuff with it in the future.
The first thing we want to talk about is why we started homeschooling. I come from Canada, right? And so my daughter was born and raised here. And I realized that, the West and the Eastern systems are very different. And I think there's a lot of like sort of freedom and free time and stuff on the Western side. And then when we come here and I realized that schooling system here is almost like the other extreme. It's very, very long days and lots of homework and lots of memorization. And it's not because we hated school. It's because we thought we wanted to try something different and we're about to go on our second year. So why don't you tell me a little bit about like the first year?
I think the first year we weren't really that good at AI and stuff because we weren't really used to the schedules and homeschooling stuff. But then right now, we're about to enter the second year of homeschool. We know how to do stuff more now.
What did you keep doing at school?
I kept doing the two basic things, the math and Chinese.
And why did we decide to do Chinese and math at school?
I feel like they're probably the most basic and the most important things that we need to use.
So Chinese and math, also for me, I decided to let you keep going to school for those because those are probably my two biggest weaknesses, right? So we wanted to make sure that you kind of kept yourself going there. You can go see your friends,
Yeah.
You can go take your tests, do the things you have to do. The other stuff, we get to take care of that, like the English and the AI communication and stuff like that. It's really important, right? If somebody says, AI for school, good or bad, what do you think?
I think AI for school is pretty good because there's a lot of people that don't understand how the teacher talks because teachers have a lot of different ways of explaining stuff. They all have different personalities. Some are impatient, some are patient with kids. So I think if the AI could adapt and have different personalities for every student and explain it in a way that they understand, then it will be really good.
Everybody learns differently, right? So with AI, we were able to kind of customize things the way that you're able to learn. What are you using to build your apps?
I'm using Codex to build my apps, which is actually the brain of ChatGPT. And me and my dad both use it. I use it for projects and stuff. My dad also used it to create like a clock in, clock out kind of thing for the staff to use and for the shop. And then we're also making like an online ordering website.
So what we use something called Codex, but we use the brain of Codex, which is called the command line, which is Codex CLI. And that's what we use inside. So we love to use Codex. And we know that there are other ones out there. We also sometimes use the Gemini CLI.
Yeah.
There's also another one called Claude that we haven't played with too much yet, but we will definitely get to all of them. For now, the main thing that we use is Codex. When you first started using Codex, what did you think?
I thought it was really confusing because there were a lot of words that I didn't understand. I didn't really know how to use AI that much before, but after learning how to use Codex and what all of these words meant, how they affect the AI, it really just made a lot of sense after learning it.
So if someone was to ask you, what's the difference between Codex and ChatGPT?
I think ChatGPT is something that it does help you like answer questions and stuff, but sometimes they sugarcoat it. And Codex, when you want it to do something, it does it immediately. If you want to add something, it's not about like, oh, do you want to add pink onto this or something like ChatGPT? It says like, oh, do you want to add this button so you could go back to the lobby or something like that? And it does it automatically. You don't have to tell it that much, and it's really smart. So even if you accidentally make like typos or something, it still understands.
How are you feeling now after you've finished 1 year of?
I feel pretty good. Maybe like the first few weeks of doing it, I wasn't used to it, and I missed my friends sometimes. But Then I looked on the bright side. I'm like, oh wait, I can meet my friends and I can have a lot of time to do stuff that I want to do.
When we decided to do this, a lot of people said, you know what, no, don't do this. It's really bad. What about, high school? What about college? To be honest, right now, 3 or 4 years, 5 years, people don't even know what the work will be like, what college will be like. So what was regular school like for you?
Regular school was honestly, it stressed me out a lot because I had a lot of tests and a lot of homework every day, especially Fridays. I mean, I get to hang out with my friends a lot, but it's just really stressful. Just imagine doing school for like 10 hours or even more than that, and you only have like a bit of time because you have to go home after such a long day of school, and then you gotta eat, you gotta shower, and then you gotta do a bunch of homework that takes up a lot of time, and then you might not be able to like sleep that early because of all that homework and stuff, and then you wake up and you have to do the whole cycle again, and you're just really tired every day.
If you have to choose one thing that was the hardest about like regular school, what do you think it would be?
The way that almost every teacher, they always give us tests, no matter like what we're doing or how we're doing, they just give us tests.
So we don't want to only say bad things, right? What about regular school that you actually really liked?
I get to hang out with my friends for almost the whole day.
Mhm.
I can chat with them and I can learn a lot of different things about Taiwan. I've seen how a lot of different countries and schools, they have different ways of teaching. So it's pretty cool that I can see how my school teaches, and then I can look at the internet and see how everyone has different styles of teaching.
When you're doing school, like you're saying, pretty long hours, do you feel like you had enough time to do the things that you were interested in?
I'd say if it was like Friday night, then yes, I do, because I get to sleep in.
And what about now? What do you feel like?
Oh, I have a lot of time now to do a lot of stuff that I love doing, like art or singing. I didn't have that much time before, so I'm really happy that I get to use my free time to do all of these stuff while doing other like school activities too at the same time.
Mention the first word that comes to you. Just mention one word, right? When you have regular school, long school days.
Tired.
Okay. Homework.
Pressure.
Test.
I think also pressure.
Okay. Chinese class.
It's okay.
It's okay. And math class.
Fun.
Okay. What about friends?
Happy.
Okay. What about feeling tired?
Irritated.
Okay. And then last one, not much time for deep projects.
Sad.
And so what did like a normal school day look like for you?
I wake up early and then I have to do school. And then the good thing is that some of the morning teachers, they let you eat breakfast, but I still think it's weird because we don't get to eat breakfast at home. And let's say some people eat warm breakfast and then it's just cold when they bring it to school. We go down to lunch and then we eat lunch and then we sleep for like 30 minutes. But the most annoying thing is like the moment we wake up, boom, into class again. Like we don't have time to like wake up. Like we just got to go to class immediately and we don't have time to like process anything.
And were you tired after school?
Very tired. Yes.
Every day?
Yeah.
Okay. What if you could change one thing in school, what would you change in regular school, public school?
The classes could be more fun because they always make stuff so boring and old-fashioned. And we're like new generations, so they should like try to keep up and make it more entertaining for the kids to learn. Because our math teacher does keep up with the trends and stuff. So she sometimes, when people don't understand what this question is, she sometimes adds in like some words that the kids in my class understand, explains it in a way that makes them understand.
What does like a regular day look like now?
I wake up and then I just do a lot of homeschool stuff. The good thing is that I don't have to wake up and then immediately go to school really quickly. All of my Chinese and math classes are going to be in different times. So I get to wake up first, take my time, but not too long because I have to do some of my work. I have to study or I have to write some like essays for my homeschool. It's more like calm because I do things at my own pace, but the school just like they just rapid fire, like they they do it really quickly, and then the kids don't have time to process everything. I really like English because it's just like for some reason I'm just really interested in it. I like writing English. I like making essays with English because it's really fun writing. I'm really interested in AI because I know in the future we'll use AI like a lot. So it's good that I prepare first and early so I can use those skills in the future.
I think that one of the reasons we use a lot of AI is because we
Yeah.
kind of want AI to show us a way that will make us learn better. So that's what we want to do with AI. I know a lot of people don't want their kids to use AI because, yes, you could get AI to do your homework, but actually what we try to do is learn AI, how it works, and then maybe collaborate with AI to build. What are some cool things that you've done with AI so far?
I've created a game. It's not done yet, but I've created a game for when they come in the shop waiting for their food. They can connect to the Wi-Fi here, can play a game where you can only play with this Wi-Fi in the shop while waiting for the food. I've created AI tutor for math, for junior high math. I think it's going really well because I've made a lot of different types of personalities for the user to pick when they want to, how they want to learn math, and do they want the AI to be more strict and quick, or do they want the AI to be like patient? They explain things more in like a childish way so the person can understand more properly because we're still kids.
I think that AI, the important part is that the AI kind of gets customized for each person. So you're building tutors, like a tutor for yourself. What do you want to build it for?
I want to build it for all of the kids in Taiwan, all of the junior high kids in Taiwan, because they all struggle with math a lot. I've seen it. A lot of them stress over like this one question. They're like, "Oh, how do I do this?" Sometimes the math teachers, they don't really explain it in a way that we understand. Like she talks really fast.
So it's really hard for one teacher to take care of 20 or 30 kids. Even if you have like 5 kids, there's still going to be one that does it fast, one that's slow. Everybody has different strengths
Yeah, and there's a few
weaknesses.
kids in class that always like mess around and they don't do the class. So she also has to deal with them too. One
right.
teacher isn't enough. I don't think they should add like a bunch of teachers for one class. Everyone has like their own AI tutor to like teach them, and they can have their own pace. I think it's fun, but it's also a little bit lonely because I do it alone most of the time. And I still miss my friends. I do think I prefer online.
Do you think that kids, are there anything that they misunderstand, or even adults or teachers, is there anything that they maybe misunderstand about AI?
I guess most of them think that I'm using AI to do all of my homework and basically do nothing at home, but that's not what I do.
One example about what you use AI to help you with?
I send a picture of a specific question and then I tell it what I'm struggling with. I send it and then it tells me how to solve it. But obviously I'm like, how do I do this? And then I ask it a lot of specific questions. Oh, can you explain to me how I get this side of the triangle? Can you help me write a few side notes that I can write on my book? And then it starts writing a bunch of important stuff that I can write down on my book. Like and subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We will see you guys next week.